What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe.
So I hope everybody has a great Valentine's Day. Speaking of love, there's love in the air with the New Orleans Saints as they have a new football coach. Youngest coach in the NFL. I didn't realize that. Not the youngest coach ever, but at the time of hiring, 36 years old, makes Kellen Moore the youngest current active coach in the NFL. And Alondra, I apologize, but did you give me the sound sheet? Do I have access to the sound sheet?
No.
The Kellen Moore sound sheet. Okay.
But I can grab it.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, all good. Okay, Jake, you got 2 more seconds to apologize now. You ready? No? Taylor?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Look, if we get a week down the road and it's still cold, I'll give Fat Phil his flowers.
Okay, cool. All right, that's all I need. I was thinking about things
Whatever
to do
it
for
is.
Valentine's today.
Hedgehogs like.
Shout out, I know, I like that we
turned him into a hedgehog.
That OTB lore is that we've adopted Phil as a hedgehog because we couldn't remember what kind of rodent he was.
It's like when we were
yesterday.
calling Mount Rushmore Mount Everest
True.
for like a week
Yeah,
straight.
and I mean, you know,
We all
like,
did it.
Mountain,
the
tomato,
same
tomato.
thing, yeah.
It's basically the same
Well,
thing.
I mean,
It's a famous
we
mountain.
compared him to Sonic, and that's all I can see now.
Mhm.
So
Who's your favorite Sonic character?
Shadow.
Knuckles.
Gotta be Knuckles. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, Shadow. Who said Shadow? Oh wow, little emo, little edgelord back there. So while Alondra grabs the sound sheet, so before we get the show started, I was thinking about some Valentine's Day
yes,
plans.
we know he's a groundhog. We talked about the movie yesterday, but Hedgehog's funnier.
with
Yeah, guys,
the-
like it's called Groundhog Day. we got that. It's in the title.
So I was thinking about what to do for Valentine's Day yesterday because we're just gonna spend it as a family, or whatever, no like date or anything. And yeah, I don't know why I've gotten fixated on this. Maybe it was all the talk of onion volcanoes, but I'm really feeling a little post-carpool hibachi. I already hit up Mary Lee's this morning. I got him some wonderfully themed heart donuts and whatnot, but like maybe going straight from school to watching the ancient Japanese art of hibachi while they sit there and throw shrimps and scrimps into our mouth and catch eggs in their hats and choo onion volcanoes. I think it's the play. I think it's the play, dude.
I'm just on Valentine's Day. I would assume if you don't have a plan to do that in place already, you're going to have to like make some calls.
Oh, but you missed a key detail. Said straight from carpool. Afternoon hibachi, probably going to be pretty chill. Night hibachi, no chance.
I wouldn't say chill. I'd say you probably get in.
I think I can get into 4
I
p.m.
think- I
hibachi.
think-
yeah, you can get in, but I wouldn't say
Anything
like,
before like 5:30, you're good.
I'd make a
That's
call.
it. I think I can get in a little 4 p.m. I'm going to. I just formulated this idea.
as we were
within-
speaking.
No, like within like the last hour. My wife woke up to a flurry of texts, one of which was, we should take the kids to get hibachi after school. Very excited. Also, the other one was, hey, your gas tank is empty. You got to fill it up. I forgot to yesterday. Also, I love you. Happy Valentine's Day.
The
what's
gas tank's not a great start to Valentine's.
What's the first? Well, mine's empty too, and she drove mine, so all's fair.
Oh, I did stop.
All's fair.
Yeah, I just stopped.
All's fair in love and war. No, not true.
Just stop.
And what's the first text she sends me? Did you get the donuts? Yeah, I get donuts every Friday. Okay, not even I love you. Not even good morning. I do need to shout out my wife though. Shout out Caitlin. Won her first 3-0 singles match last night. Let's go. Been grinding in the lab. Won 15-13 in tie breaks. That's how you do it. Good job, Kate. Proud of you, babe. Happy Valentine's Day. All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Tiger Labor and Staffing, guys. Look, man, if you need local staffing solutions for warehouse, construction, manufacturing positions, and you want a company that truly vets their employees, that has relationships with them, okay? They don't just look at a piece of paper, look at the job history. They get to know every potential employee during their in-person onboarding process and every morning over a cup of coffee. We also have the shortest hiring terms in the industry at 60 days. We do this because we understand the quality of employees that we have, and we want your business to succeed. Go to Tiger Labor and Staffing. So Kellen Moore met with the media for the first time yesterday, and let's start with the question that everybody wanted to know, right? What is he going to do with Derek Carr? This is going to be Kellen Moore 8.
Derek's a tremendous quarterback in this league. I've had so much respect for him, the journey that he's been on. He's a starter in this league. He's a premier player in this league. He's had a great journey, obviously going from Fresno State to the Raiders and now here. Really excited to team up with him and go through this process. And so just like any player on this roster, I just got here a few days ago, and I'm excited to go through this journey with all of them.
Oh, Jake. So non-committal on the Derek Carr front. And granted, I guess – if you were to make odds before this press conference about what would he do in regard to Derek Carr, certainly the favorite would be to be a bit ambiguous, but probably second on that list would have been, say, Derek Carr is going to be our guy. If he really if he really just with a bullet thought that was the best chance of winning, but no, leaving the door open on Derek Carr for all options.
Yeah, and as he should. I mean, it's a situation where he might end up being back because of what his cap number looks like, what your options are, and those are going to have to be discussions that they have. You have to sit down. Hey, do we want to move forward with Derek Carr and try to piece something together around him, this veteran player, or do we want to go with the Spencer Rattler? Do we want to go with somebody that started 6 games last year, and we feel like there's something in there, and I feel like I can be the guy, if I'm Kellen Moore, to maybe unlock what Spencer Rattler can give you because he's a talented player. So they have to have those conversations. I don't think, at least in the first round, they're not going to draft a quarterback. Maybe they take a flyer. Your Jackson Darts, your Shucks from Louisville, like somebody like that in the second round or something of that nature. But I don't see them taking a quarterback in the top 10. I don't think they move up either for any quarterback here in this draft. So it's going to likely be between Derek Carr and Spencer Rattler, and now they have to have those decisions and what they're looking for in this upcoming season. There are a few interesting second-round quarterback options, but we'll save that more for draft talk later down the road. Okay, give me Moore 23. This is, again, when he's kind of pressed on will Derek Carr be the starter.
Following up on Derek, do you view that as you guys have a decision to make at quarterback, or you view it as Derek Carr as a quarterback?
I view it as Derek Carr is a tremendous starting quarterback in this league. We're fortunate to have him, and we're excited to go through this process, as we build this roster together. Again, I'm meeting these guys for the first time the last few days. I'm really excited to meet more of them, and this will be a lot of fun.
So, again, process, right? Go through the process, evaluate, see if he thinks that he can work and win with Carr or not. So, again, just to reinforce the crazy case of Derek Carr where it feels like everybody hates him, even though, again, the hate does not line up with the actual results. This is kind of shocking to me. And Mike Triplett had this in New Orleans on football. Derek Carr is 14-13 with a 98 passer rating as the Saints starting quarterback. How is it possible to be 14-13 with a 98 passer rating and have a city dislike you as much and fan base as the Who Dat Nation dislikes Derek Carr?
Well, I think a lot of the numbers came in the first 2 games this year. I think some of those, and what was the narrative a couple of seasons ago, it's like a lot of basically empty calorie yards. And so
yeah, so you're saying that's how the passer rating gets jacked up. But still 14-13 is not like, I mean, it's not nothing. I guess to me, I don't know how I interpret it. Is it, I mean, definitely some of it's personality. He does not jive with the city. I mean, major red flag off the bat, eating at Chipotle first meal in the city, right? Things only kind of spun out from there. Yeah. The post-game press conferences have not done him any favors where, you generally like your quarterback to stand up there and say, it's on me, even if they really don't believe that in their heart. He hadn't done that. He was paired with a head coach that nobody really liked, and it looked like they coddled him. So, yeah, it's just, again, I'm not telling you you should like Derek Carr. I'm not telling you anything, but he is 14-13 for whatever that's worth as a Saints starter. And so if you do move on, things may get way worse in the short term. And look, if you cut Carr this year, you have two options. You take $50 million dead money this year, basically no ability to do any moves in the offseason, but then you're completely free next season. Or you split it up with a $21 million hit this year, a $28 million hit next year. Jake, if you were to cut Derek Carr, which one of those do you think seems like the better play?
I mean, I try to split it up. I mean, anything 50 is just crippling.
But then you're free.
I know.
You know, little swallow. It's the old bitter pill thing. You swallow the bitter pill for a year and then be completely free, or again, do you mitigate with the 21 and 28?
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like it's just going to be his job at all. Like there's got to be conversations. Or Kellen Moore would have just come out and said, "Yeah, for sure, he's our guy. He's a veteran guy. Like we look at our room, and I think he's going to be our leader." He didn't say any of that. So it's still there's going to be deep conversations about who's going to be the quarterback of this team. And I mean, Kellen Moore to me is somebody that has kind of had I don't want to say dual threat quarterback. It's such a college term, but somebody that's always kind of been able to do things with his arm and with the legs. We look at Dak Prescott, you look at Herbert, and you certainly look at Jalen Hurts. Like those quarterbacks are athletic quarterbacks, and that's kind of the style that he's gone with in his NFL career so far. So Derek Carr doesn't really match with that either. So like there's a lot of things saying that maybe it's not going to be Carr, but the money's going to probably be, get the final answer.
Yeah. I think if you were to arrive at cutting him, which again I'm still not 100% sure is the right choice, even if it's kind of what emotionally I want. If you do arrive at cutting him, I think I would rather just eat the $50 million. And at that point, that would be the ultimate symbolic. We are just going into full rebuild. We're going to rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to try like hell to be as good as we can this season. But then next year, we can finally have our cap fully reset and be ready to roll. Here's what. Give me more 4 here, Alondra. This is him addressing, is he in rebuild mode? Is he in win now mode?
I think certainly the great joy that as you went through this process, it became very evident was this is a collaborative effort here. This is a team. This is a group that works really well together. We're excited to go through this journey. Obviously, we'll begin the process of evaluating the player side of this and building a coaching staff and doing it the right way moving forward. It's going to be a really fun process.
Go ahead and give me more 5.
I think certainly we're going to compete for this division. We have a great opportunity in the NFC South, and we're going to focus on that while building this team the right way.
So it's kind of a straddling answer there, right? Not committing public to a rebuild, but also taking maybe an accidental stray at the NFC South. Basically saying like, yeah, look, I know the roster's bad, but hey, it is the South. Yeah. So like we'll have a chance to compete for it. And along the way, we're going to try to rebuild.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who I was talking with at the Super Bowl. It was somebody that was not – it was a current player, but they weren't involved in the South. And we're talking about the Saints, and they're like, look, I mean, yeah, they're not great, but the South's bad.
Yeah.
Like they got a chance to go out there and – maybe win a division. You win a division, then all of a sudden, the math kind of changes. And so, like, that is part of it. And the Buccaneers have been more consistent than others, and the Panthers were getting better and all those things, and the Falcons spent a lot of money. But that does kind of give you hope. It gives you an opportunity maybe to go out there and surprise some people. So, yeah, it's definitely a part of the storyline. It's not the AFC North by any means.
Baker, Little Bryce, Derek Carr, and Penix Jr. What a division. All right, let's get to a couple more here. Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore 2. Kellen, what's your vision for the New Orleans Saints?
We have an exciting future for New Orleans football. Our number one goal is to create an environment that allows every player, coach, and staff member to be their best. And this is the greatest team sport in the world for a reason, because it takes everyone. We know that when we do this, when we build a brand of football that we're all appreciative of, it's going to be a smart, fast, and a physical football team. And I know that our style, that Who Dat Nation will be proud of, and they will rally behind. We have a tremendous advantage in the NFL because of the phenomenal fan base that we have, because of the home field advantage that the Caesars Superdome provides. sides, and I can attest to the daunting challenge that when you come into the Superdome as the visiting team, the challenges that you're going to have. Can't wait to get started. Who Dat Nation, appreciate you. Can't wait to go.
I don't know. Maybe Nookie's right, dude. This is pretty boring, actually. Does anybody want to hear
He did
anything
fix
from
it.
Kellen Moore?
You know, the first when he got off the plane, he was Saints Nation. Now he has been told, "Hey, it's Who Dat Nation."
Yeah, no, I know.
I fixed that.
I agree. I agree.
Does this excite you?
Players in our league.
Oh wait, sorry, that was the wrong thing.
Ooh.
Never mind.
Ooh.
Players in our league excites me.
Ooh.
Yeah. Great players in our
What
league.
were you trying to play, Alondra?
I thought it was the Who Dat one where he was saying,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Nah, whatever. Nah, let's call it there. Kellen Moore is your new head coach. He said he wants to build through the lines. Well, no way. What? For sure, right? I mean, like, duh. Of course, everybody wants to build through the lines. The Saints have been trying to build through the lines. Since 2020, the Saints have used 3 first-round picks on offensive linemen. And that's not even including their best guy, Eric McCoy, who's the second-round pick. Like, the Saints should be awesome on the lines. They're not. Good luck, Kellen.
Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.